thought I'd give everybody a bit of a catch up. I've been doing really good. Really have been. How can I explain it? I've been able to eat, drink, obviously not drink alcohol, you know, but drink juice. Been able to do all sorts, get around. It's my last week, this coming week, with chemo and radiotherapy. It has gone very quick. After that is 3 weeks, once a week of internal radiotherapy, which isn't going to be nice apparently. It's going to be painful. Oh, sorry, I've just seen my next door neighbour but one going arm in arm with, I think, his girlfriend. Cute. Sweet. Yeah, so I've got that left. So it's not too bad. But I'm doing a lot better than I thought I'd be doing at this stage of my treatment. Got quite a fair bit done today as well. Got a fair bit of cleaning. Blitzed Danya's room, blitzed Esme's room, blitzed our room. Did cleaning last night downstairs because Daryl was quite sick last night. He was really not doing too good. Yeah, he had a bit of a bug, so he stayed away from me for a while, you know, just in case. So that's the last thing we need is me to catch a bug in my last week of treatment. So today we're chilling. I've been to Aldi to get a load of stuff, snacks. So I'm just going to jump in the bath in a minute and we're going to watch Pirates of the Caribbean, the new one. Yep. You'll notice that I've got glitter on me somewhere, a couple of places. Yes, I have a little girl who had glitter on her yesterday. And I ended up with it all over me. The only thing that I can say for this time in my treatment that is really giving me problems to say is the fact that my bowels have taken a massive... My bowels have taken a massive battering from the radiotherapy, and I'm really struggling in that sense because it hurts a lot. But, you know, I've been given tablets to take. That should help me, but it's not nice. My sickness, you know, I'm not going to lie, I do get sick. But it's managing it in the proper way, and that I am able to do that with the tablets that I'm on. So yeah, I finished chemo this Tuesday. I'm gonna finish radio this Friday, and then I head on to Clatterbridge for internal radiotherapy. I'm seriously not looking forward to that. But, you know, needs must. I think that the chemo and the radiotherapy has worked a substantial amount. Because to say pain relief now is at a minimum. I'm hardly taking anything. You know, I get about quite easy now. I get to do stuff. I'm not as tired, so it feels like my body isn't having to put up as much as a fight as it did at the beginning. So I'm hoping that the chemo and the radiotherapy has worked. Yeah. Other than that, I'm looking forward to the 29th of September, got our coffee morning in the caravan park in Danielle. I think that's where it is. It's where my mother-in-law works. And then sorry, I'm just listening to Anya on her Minecraft. She's freaking hilarious. And then we could start, after all this, me and Daryl can finally start planning our wedding. Because we got engaged in January. Yeah, pretty ring. And this would have been our summer to plan it all, get it all ready. And this has taken a big chunk of our time. So we will start planning it. Looking forward. It'll be nice. And then I'm looking forward to winter this year. We've got to do a lot of stuff as a family. We do anyway, but we're going to do a lot more this winter to make up for the summer holidays that we weren't able to do a lot of stuff as a family. But yeah. So I'm going to take myself off for a bath now, and I shall speak to you again later. Bye. Hello. I thought I'd end the video so I can put it up online. I came to bed early. I came about 9:20. Too much information for people now, but I've been having really bad bowels past day. Nothing that I can't, cope with. It's a side effect of the radiotherapy, chemotherapy. This seems to be the only side effect that's really been giving me trouble. I've not suffered too bad the last 2.5, 3 weeks with sickness. Well, yes, about 2 weeks. I've not suffered with sickness because they found a lovely middle ground with my tablets. I'm on 2 different types of sickness tablets, but they work brilliant. Unfortunately, the tablets I'm on for the bowel movements aren't working as much as I'd want them to. So when I go to see them to have my chemo on Tuesday, I'll speak to them then and see what they have to say. So I won't lie, this is my last week starting tomorrow with chemo and radiotherapy. Then I go on to internal radiotherapy. And I'm not going to lie, there is part of me that is absolutely petrified that either the whole of the cancer hasn't gone or it comes back. I've been reading up tonight what does happen and what the options are if the cancer comes back, and there's quite a few options. So that gives me a bit of peace of mind. It does. I'm not a negative person, and I won't sit here and stew and let things play in my mind. If I do that, then it gets to me. So what I do is I go, I went on the cancer research website, I went on Macmillan website, and I went on the NHS website. Never Google. If you are going to Google, always stick to the websites that are legitimate. Don't go Google and medical doctor I'm here to speak to you.org or anything like that. Don't go for them like that, because they're just going to give you scary stuff. So Macmillan website, cancer research website, NHS website, them 3. They're the 3 that I went to. And if this cancer does come back, which fingers crossed, touch wood, touched my desk here, look. It doesn't come back. Fingers crossed. Although I say I haven't got the energy to fight this again, I know that I would. I have such a support behind me. It wouldn't. I could do it again. And for my children, I'd go to hell and back for them. You know, I think that I've put on a brave face during these last few weeks for my daughters. I don't want them to see me weak. I don't want them to see me sick. You know, there has been a couple of times where I've got to the toilet and I haven't closed the door. 'Cause you don't think. And my head's been stuck down the toilet and I've been sick and I've been really upset about it. And then I felt a little hand on my back and it's been Esme. And it's just absolutely sorry. It's been absolutely awful knowing that she's seen me on my hands and knees vomiting in the toilet and I wasn't there to stop that from happening. You know, as a parent, you never want your children to see you ill, to see you suffering. And I hate it when Anya or Esme... Oh God, I'm being silly now. I'm being so silly. Yeah, I hate it when Anya and Esme see me ill and see me sick. So, sorry guys. When I used to look up from the toilet and it'd be Esme stroking my back, you know, "Are you okay, mummy? I love you, mummy. You'll be okay, mummy. You know, do you want some drink, mummy? Do you want water? I'll get you some tissue, mummy." Stuff like that. It breaks my heart. Now, any woman, man, any parent, guardian, you know, anybody doesn't want their child to see them being sick. You'll understand when I say, when I'm there vomiting, a bit of tears in my eyes, upset because it's hurting to vomit. Because, guys, I can't vomit properly, you see. I had a hiatus hernia repair in 2015 and the repair got done a little bit too tight. I can't physically bring anything up, so it's just me gagging and retching and hurting. Nothing ever comes up. So, you know, it's horrible. Now, sometimes Anya will see me and I apologise, something rotten to Anya, and I always get, "Shut up, mum. You know, I don't care that I've seen you be sick. It's not your fault. You know, you're fighting cancer, you know." And I thank Anya for that response, in a sense of, sometimes I need it. I need to be said, you know, "Mum, shut up, it's not your fault. You're fighting cancer. What are you meant to do? You can't hide it from us." And Anya, in a sense, gets quite irate with me that I apologise all the time, you know. And I do apologise to her because I don't want my children to see me that weak. I always like to show my children my stronger side because I think it sets a good example for them. I think this is why I fought cancer the way I have, and I've put up a big battle, and I mean a massive battle, because I didn't want my girls to see their mum weak. I wanted them to see their mother being strong and fighting this disease that does unfortunately take a lot of lives. I wanted them to see me fighting it as strong as I could, so that gives them then that inside core fight. You know, my mum can fight this. I can fight anything when I'm older, type thing. To some people that might sound silly, but to me that's the way I think. Never show your weak side to your children. Fortunately, sometimes it happens. But yeah, it's been a interesting 5 weeks, say that. I've made some friends. I've made friends with one woman who I speak to quite often who's been through this before, and it's lovely to speak to her. But I think once my treatment's all done, we're going to try and meet up for a coffee. You know, it's nice that I've met a friend that I never knew before, that we've met not on good circumstances. You know, it's never nice to meet in these circumstances, but I've met a new friend and it's nice. I've also made friends with other people, like Danielle. Her husband works with Daryl. You know, I've made a friend in her, and do you know, there's some days when she messages me, and the funny stuff that she messages me, it brings me through my dark days, you know, and for that, Danielle, you know, I thank you. You know, some of the messages you send me sometimes, they well and truly make me giggle, and they just cheer me up, because the way we message, even now it puts a smile on my face, because I know I can have a joke with her and I can have a laugh, you know, and it's brilliant, you know, and yeah, it's lovely. Bring some sun back with you, by the way. The weather's shit here. It's cold. I don't like cold. But I do. I like winter, only for the fact that it's a run up to like Halloween and everything and Christmas. I don't like this bloody mid-September shit, this rain and wind and that. It's crap. But, you know, I've had Danielle came to chemo with me one day, and it was lovely just to have someone different to talk to and someone to have a laugh with. And pizza, we went to Pizza Hut for dinner. It was brilliant. You know, an hour before that, I'm sat there having chemo. An hour later, I'm stuffing my face full of Pizza Hut stuff. Cancer hasn't won with my appetite. No, I still like my food. Pardon me. But yeah, you know, you have your good days with cancer, you have your bad days. I can honestly say my good days, by force, and I've done that, have outweighed my bad days, because I refuse to let the cancer bring me down I can't say it, in a negative way. There we go. I refuse to let cancer destroy my personality. I will always be me. You know, I'll always try and make a joke at the bad things. You know, people have asked me, are you not upset that you can't have any more children? Seriously, have you met my children? They're enough to drive a bloody sane, most patient person in the world insane. But all jokes aside, I'm not upset that I can't have any more children. I've got 4 beautiful daughters. I've got 3 biological daughters, and I've got 1 stepdaughter, who I consider my daughter anyway. You know, there is absolutely no, these 3 are mine and she's yours. When she's in my house, she's my daughter, and she'll be treated as my daughter. So 4 daughters. So I've got 4 daughters, and in my eyes, that makes me the luckiest woman alive. I know this sounds stupid. There's women out there that would give their right arm for a little girl. There's women that would do anything to have a little girl. You know, their little princess that they can dress up and be best friends with. I've got 4 that I can do that with. So I am lucky. You know, people obviously ask, are you not upset that you haven't had a son, a little boy? Odin, my boy dog, is like a demanding 1-year-old who needs constant attention, constant approval, constant love and kisses. I'm good with Odin. You know, and I know this sounds silly, if I ever get to the point when the girls are older that I really want a little boy and want a son, I can always foster. You know, there's plenty of children out there who need a loving, stable environment to grow up in. You know, and if it gets to me, I really want a little boy, that can always happen. You know, might not be biologically my little boy, but I'll still treat him and love him as if he was. And that's the only way I can look at that situation. I can't change what's happened, and I can't change what's going to happen. So, if 4 or 5 years down the line, I really want a little boy, I'm feeling broody or anything like that, there's plenty of little children who need a loving home, who haven't got that, who have been born into a bad situation and just left for care to go and care. There's always ways to get around how you feel about things. There's women out there who can't have children for no reason other than it's just not happening for them. So for me to be a selfish person and say I'm gutted that I can't have children, I want to do this and I want to do that, I'd be a bit cruel. I got given a chance to save my ovaries. I got given a chance to save eggs, everything, and I didn't take it because I just wanted to get myself back to being healthy and a healthy mother for my daughters. And I want to grow old and see my children grow up and go through their lives and, find people they love, marry, maybe have children if they decide to, So I didn't delay the cancer treatment by making that decision to try and save anything. But tomorrow starts a new day. Radiotherapy in the morning, blood test, home, tap and spile for dinner. I'm coming for that jacket potato mixed grill. Lovely. Then Tuesday, chemo, radiotherapy. Wednesday, radio. Thursday, radio. Friday, radio. And I'm done. It's mad. This last 5 weeks have just gone quick. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, mind. But I'm without trying to think how to put this into words, but I'm glad it's happened to someone like me who is able to emotionally develop this situation into a positive situation rather than someone who would suffer drastically at the hands of cancer. Like Daryl has said, I haven't really suffered with cancer. It's inconvenienced me. It hasn't brought me to my knees. I've managed to carry on day by day. And in the last, say, 4 or 5 days, my energy levels are starting to come back up, which to me makes it sound like my body isn't having to fight a huge amount of cancer anymore. I'm able to clean, get about, do everyday chores. I'm able to get up early again. A couple of weeks ago I was getting up 11:30, 11:45, and I was shattered again by like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I was having to go back for a nap. Now I'm up and awake. Well, I was awake for about 7:30 this morning, and then I got to the toilet, came back, and I was kind of awake then. I didn't fall asleep till I think it was 6:30 this afternoon. I fell asleep on the sofa for about an hour. So I think a lot of things have changed. But it's now 11:10 at night. It's Monday morning tomorrow. Sorry. So I'm going to say good night to everyone. And I hope you all have a brilliant week. Remember, start your Monday with a positive thought. Just one positive thought. Change your whole day and your whole week. Wake up, even if it's raining, think, well, at least the plants are getting watered. That's a job I don't have to do. Nature has done it for me. Or if it's windy and not raining, it's a good drying day. Always try with a positive thought, people. Make your weeks much better. Good night, everyone.